One shall stand, and one shall fall.
Yeah. New kids on the block. We here and making it pop. Don't care if you like it or not. The spot we want is the top. The head nerds in charge and our full C to making things happen. If you think you heard what you thought you heard, go ahead and play that thing back. Coming out the speakers in the car in the man cave. The mother bus is about to be knocked off the airwaves. So be very afraid. Better check your gameplay. Sitting on all that and finna take away your fan base. The stage is set. Better put respect up on our name. What you get right now, you get it later. A consistent game, a steady dosage. Once you started, you can't get enough. The people's chant ain't a topic we ain't finna touch. So bring your A game, cause the boys behind the mic finna do the same thing. One time for the one time, let it off like bang bang. We aiming to be the greatest. We accepting any challenge. With a snap of the finger, bringing balance. Let's make it happen. You tuned in to the place to be. You tuned in to HNIC.
Head nerds in charge.
You tuned in to the place to be. You tuned in to HNIC.
Forget about the way it used to be. This is not a damn democracy. We are in a state of emergency, and my word is law. There's only one boss in this place, and that's me. The HNIC.
Yo, descendants of Oa, from the motherland of Wakanda, across the Atlantis in an invisible jet, forged in the fires of Krypton, and trained in the streets of Hell's Kitchen, enhanced by Weapon X, and as we spit game on high in the watchtower, we are the HNIC. We back for number 3. Let's get it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Head nurse in charge.
We back for 3 episodes.
3 episodes.
Yeah. 3 whole episodes.
3 whole episodes.
Like 3 is like consistency, right?
Yeah, man.
I think we might be around for a little while for this.
3's more than 2.
I didn't even think we'd get past 2.
The intro got longer.
Listen, we starting to actually know what we're supposed to do instead of just winging it half the time. No, we're still winging it. Yeah, we're faking it pretty well.
Right to the mic though.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm still learning to speak right to the mic. For everybody who has given me so much advice about speaking directly into the mic, I hope you can hear me clearly. The smooth and silky voice of King Kurt Live, a.k.a. King Tribble. And to the left of me, I got my man 50 Grand.
I am the Negro you love to hate, the Ayatollah of rock and roller, the world's forgotten boy. Your boy Nemo. Thanks for showing up again.
I'm here.
That was really average.
That was a show.
That was a very average greeting to everybody.
He is what he is.
Average Joe, A. Lee. I'm here with the head nurse in charge, and we can't wait to talk to y'all. Hit us up on the phone lines. We're going to get into some good conversation. Phone number is 877-226-0998, so we want to hear from you and talk to you.
Couple things, a little business, real quick. I posted on Geekonda. You may have seen a video with the police being called on a gentleman that threw a hard screen in a local LA Fitness.
Wait, you mean he threw a screen at somebody?
Yes, like a window screen.
Like, it has to be a window screen.
There you go. No, just pick up basketball. He got screened. He said, I'm going to talk to the police. Everybody thought he was kidding. This crab came back with the actual police.
After he falls over, he gets up and is like, I'm calling the cops. And everyone in the gym is just like, whoa, what's going on? Like, what is he? We thought he was joking.
Story everybody's talking about, most viewed story of the day on fox5dc.com. A Virginia man calls the police after he gets fouled during a pickup basketball game.
Yeah, this happened at an LA Fitness in Sterling. Tonight, we're hearing from a man who was part of that game gone wrong. Fox 5's Lindsay Watts has the story.
This is the hardest foul in America, bro. What you guys say, Bird? You calling the cops if you get fouled, Birdo?
The guy who fell had the gym receptionist call for help.
Sheriff's office. Hi, yes, I'm calling from LA Fitness at the Dulles Town Center, and a member got assaulted.
Based on this call,
does the victim need an ambulance, anything like that? No.
Deputies thought they were responding to something more serious. Another player posted this video.
Have you ever been called for a basketball foul before? No. This your first time?
That's my first basketball foul.
You were coming for a basketball foul?
Not for that, no. I just heard it was a fight.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like, all right.
Man, they called you for a foul, man.
The sheriff's office says in the end, neither man involved wanted to file a formal report. Perhaps most bizarre about all this, our witness says that after deputies left, both men went back on the court to finish the game.
Everyone kept playing. That's what's so bizarre about the whole situation. It's like, why did it have to be that serious?
He says he doesn't believe there was some bigger issue behind what happened.
Why, PB?
You can tell it was strictly basketball. There was no racial undertones or anything like that.
And lastly, he says even if there had been real referees at the game,
There would have been no call. Even in the NBA as it is now, because people think, a lot of fouls and stuff are called now, it would not have been a foul. It would just, everyone had kept playing. Like, it wouldn't have even been an afterthought.
Lindsay Watts reporting there. Now, we did try to reach out to the guy who called the sheriff's office. We've not yet heard back.
A human being was playing a sport.
Yes, sir.
A basketball. It's
Yes.
basically a non-contact sport, right?
Non-contact sport.
It's classified as, you got to touch another
Right.
sweaty man's chest, but I mean, from on occasion.
Occasion,
but it just made it sound real.
Just be like Carmelo and don't play defense.
but essentially, it's a non-contact sport, and someone came off.
He said
pick and
screen.
roll.
Yeah, pick and roll, screen.
I mean, that's a regular
football.
basketball play.
Basketball. Yeah,
that's a regular basketball play.
Do they not know Ron Artest was out there swinging people? Have they never met Latrell Sprewell? You can get choked out in a basketball game.
You could get knocked out. I can tell this isn't back in the day.
So it's dangerous. So the game can be dangerous.
I don't know if dangerous is the word I would use, especially if you get screened. The worst thing about this to me, the police came.
It's only dangerous if you play with Patrick Ewing. Them elbows
would stitch you
elbow
up.
and knees.
Karl Malone too. Karl Malone would come up, and that knee would come up, and he was like, "You better make a choice.
You got to make a business decision.
You better make a business decision.
And it better be a good one." So what? Tell me about the story. What
All right.
happened?
So the police arrive, and the policeman's he's like, "Oh well, wait, nothing happened here. So do you want to file a report?" Guy says, "Well, no. Here's what got me." This chump.
Because I'm not fully grasping the seriousness where police intervention was necessary.
He's just a punk. This
must have been at LA Fitness.
Yes.
At LA Fitness.
I'm calling the police. But here's the thing. They kept playing. He went back to the game. This man.
Wait. Somebody called the police.
Yes, sir.
On another player.
Yes, sir.
And they allowed him to come back and finish the game?
Both men were able to finish the game.
We can't finish a game after you call the cops on me.
Check ball.
Typically when you say
I think it was my ball.
Check rock. Like you can't uncuff me and then be like, all right, check rock.
Right. But what you have no self-respect. You were like, well, the policeman just made fun of me and everybody in the gym's looking at me, but I'm gonna finish this game. This dude has to be like, if this was 300 years ago, we would put him on like a little ice floe and pushed him into the ocean to wither and die. Like, society cannot allow people like this to live among them.
Hold on, Tom. What kind of medieval mind? What is an ice?
You can't let this kind of person live amongst you. You want to play pickup ball with me, but then when you get fouled, you want to call the police?
Usually when we used to say, call the cops, that's because they just stole the ball. You don't really call the cops.
He called the cops. So, yeah, that was manloading.
Well, if we're talking about punks, if we're on that subject,
yes, sir.
I would like to kind of bring up real quick. Did you hear what happened to 6ix9ine?
Yes, I did.
Oh, man.
He got the sticky eye. Got the sticky eye. Yo, Skull Gang wasn't winning. They caught him slipping. They caught him on a one-on-one, bumped the back of his car. The oldest trick in the book.
Yes.
If you don't listen, let me tell you something. Safety precaution. If somebody bumps the back of your car, don't get out. Don't get out. And especially if you talk as much trash and troll as much as 6ix9ine did. He got caught slipping.
Because you can forward me to the songs for the show, and I had never heard of this guy, so I'm watching the video, and he's like, you know what my address is? And I was like, that doesn't seem to be a good idea.
No. He did that, and he's like a blood and a Crip, which I'm pretty sure that's
possible.
like orange juice and milk.
That's like
it's like the two shouldn't go together. Yeah, you could mix it, but I'm pretty sure your intestines wouldn't appreciate it.
That's like having two blood types. I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, so essentially,
I'm an O negative and an AB. It just depends which arm you hit.
You can't Crip walk and blood walk. But he gets away with it because he's got rainbow colored hair. Whatever.
That's on his face, man.
But what gets me is not only did they get him,
yes, sir,
they bumped the car,
yes, sir,
took his chain.
Took
which
the chain.
in a rap game, if you took your chain, if you get your chain took, you have been officially castrated. In
yes, you
hip-hop.
have. When you get that chain snatched,
yeah, you get your chain snatched. You don't need to drop another LP. That's why he came out with Fifi. With Nicki Fifi. At the end of the day, if you get your chain snatched, it's game over.
Like the whole episode of Blackish.
Like I think somebody, I forget who it was, had his chain snatched and they like put a ransom out to get it back.
That was Dipset, remember, because they sent Hell Rel.
Right.
They sent Hell Rel.
Listen, sometimes you got to send your shoes to go get your chain.
They said, they were like, yo, my man got his chain snatched.
So
send
for all
Hell
our
Rel.
hip hop geeks,
it's over.
Got it back in the day.
For all our hip hop geeks out there, a lot of people wanted to see 6ix9ine kind of get what he deserved, and it definitely happened over this past weekend. They pistol whipped him. They took his chain, took his money in his pocket.
Yep.
Then they said, "Show me where you live."
Took him in the crib.
Went back to his house.
Went in the crib.
Robbed everything in the crib with his daughter and his wife, wifey in there. Now, fortunately, they weren't hurt. But then after that, then he got back in the car.
They took him. They were like, get in the car, and then he escaped the car.
He escaped the car. Now, I'm not sure what 6ix9ine had to do to get up out of that car.
Oh man,
it could have really went really.
I can tell you,
all I'm saying is,
in the future, if you're gonna call people and say, meet me at my address, don't have a baby in there. I'm gonna leave with that.
Yeah, I at a certain point, I get it. You got to make your dollars, and trolling happens to be his niche. But be single and don't love anyone if you're gonna do that. Like don't love anybody. Just be on your solo dolo and be the tough guy by yourself. That way, stray bullets hit where they're supposed to. That's all I'm saying.
There you go.
That was a lot more social and informative than we're used to starting.
Thank you.
But
Or you know.
Yeah.
Are you ready to go in, fellas?
All right, we ready to geek this
has
thing
been
out.
a crazy weekend.
Listen, besides the news of everything non-geek, for geeks everywhere, y'all need to be so hyped right now.
Yes, sir.
Because DC just put their nuts on the table and said, you know what, Marvel? We got a sack.
They got tired of being a little brother.
Yeah, they did.
They got tired of being pushed around.
They did. Yep. They finally stepped up and
made an Aquaman movie.
That was the worst pep talk ever.
Hey. Arthur is important to somebody.
All right.
Somebody loves Aquaman.
Let me defend it this way. If you've been reading what they did with Aquaman the last few years, I'm not a huge fan, but they actually did a lot with Ocean Master, even though I didn't want to see him as the villain.
Okay.
It was like, okay, there's a lot here with Ocean Master. But the moment they saw, it was like Black Manta. You were like, oh. It's like you settled for one girl, but then the girl you really wanted showed up, and you were like, get out of here, woman.
Honestly, I'm more so excited that, I don't know if you noticed, but black folk is getting some pretty big roles in Hollywood. And predominantly, it's been villainous roles, but we'll take it.
I'll take it.
Hey, listen, between Bushmaster, Killmonger, I have high hopes.
Yeah, brethren.
For Blake. Yeah, me brethren. Look, brother, listen. All I'm saying is, I got high hopes for Black Manta, and he's always been one of my favorite villains. Only because
he's a great villain.
It's just you don't get to see too many black faces. When we found out he was black, it was like,
my God.
Yeah, you were like
black villain.
Black Manta's black. Well, you know what? I mean,
why is it? Hold on.
In retrospect,
of course. Wait a minute. But
that's it.
It's starting to get a little redundant. Black Panther, Black Lightning, Black Manta.
Well, that's the
Do we
separate you
really
from
need to
Panthers.
preface every
Black
superhero?
movies.
Yes.
Black people, come see this, man.
It's like
we get it. We
basically
get the
when they
message.
put black in front of it, it's like nigga, please.
just to let you know, this is for you. So Aquaman, really great looking trailer. I thought James Wan was going to do a great job. I really got the impression that he is. That was spot on, but it wasn't even my favorite trailer of the weekend.
Wait, hold on. If we can, I just want to speak on. Did you notice how well the CGI was done?
Yes,
it looked phenomenal.
Yes.
Now it is the same storyline as Black Panther,
but that's not. But
and
that's how stories work, though.
True.
I mean,
I get it, but it is a car. It's not like I don't think the story is going to be original. But where you got to sell me at is. You got to make me believe that this world exists, and it's a huge world because we've never really seen an underwater world. Yeah, we've been.
Right.
Look, Guardians of the Galaxy took us into the cosmos. Wakanda took us into a hidden land that we had never seen before. The Avengers took us into the inside of the government, but this is taking us under the water.
Well, I mean,
it's like the Little Mermaid of comic books.
and
under the sea.
Wow. You can speak to this. The essence of writing a lot of time is formulaic. You look at Dan Harmon's story Embryo, and it's like you have a person starts at this point.
Harmon study embryo, all in the same sentence. I don't even know what that
Is it-
means.
but you know what I'm talking. The Dan Harmon story Embryo, and it's like the character starts here. There's something that comes into his life to interrupt it. He has to change to overcome the obstacle. He has to grow as a person. But even though he overcomes the obstacle, he has changed because of the experience.
Right.
There's a bunch of formulas like that.
So I haven't heard the word embryo since sex ed. I get it. It's the transition of the character.
It's a
development.
template. You know, it's
Got
a
it.
template, and you just plug in whoever the hero is or whatever the thing is, and then you execute it well.
Okay, then. Well, all right. Aside from Aquaman, what you looking forward to seeing?
I saw this Shazam trailer, and I'm just gonna say, I know Aquaman and Shazam. That's what DC is throwing at us right now.
Well, it's something different. Would you rather Batman and Superman for the 1 billionth time?
Batman is awesome. But anyway, I saw the Shazam. I saw the Shazam trailer.
Shazam!
It's fantastic.
It looked real.
I wanted to see it right then.
Yeah, I loved it.
I just didn't like the butt pads that he had under the suit.
I don't know if I noticed.
I didn't even notice that.
He had a waist trainer and some butt pads on the muscles or the biceps.
The only butt I'm mad about was Captain Marvel. Because I was like, she turned around, I was like, ooh.
You didn't like his cheeks?
The Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel's
He's
cheeks
talking
was
about
Brie
Marvel's
Larson.
Captain
Brie
Marvel.
Larson. Marvel's
You
and
went
listen,
real-
hold on.
you
For
went
all,
real-
hold on. For all our listeners who may not be hip to it,
Yes.
Super pause. You gotta super pause that. DC has Captain Marvel.
Yes.
His name is not Shazam. Stop it. It makes you, when you say stuff like that in front of geeks, we automatically dismiss you. His name is Captain Marvel, Billy Batson.
Right.
He says Shazam because he has the power of Shazam.
Right.
Just clarify that. Then there's Captain Marvel, which is a woman who's Carol Danvers in the Marvel
universe.
So Tom wasn't being weird, not that being
I am
gay is
weird.
weird.
I am weird, though.
But
yeah.
He would be a really weird gay guy. If he was, could you imagine Tom approaching you? Hi, sugar.
It's a slippery slope.
That's what she said. That's usually how you start being gay. It's a slippery slope. I just can't. How did it degrade
So
to this?
tell us more about what you thought about Shazam.
It was. I looked at that trailer. It was fun. It was hilarious. It was everything that I wanted to see, and it was very careful. Again, Jeff Johns is really involved with the movies and television properties,
Right.
and I'm looking at it point by point, doing everything that he did in the comic. Just going, look, stick to the script. I brought this thing back. Just trust me. I can't wait to see this movie.
I'm excited.
And it's like a soft reboot for DC because I don't think they're getting rid of what came before, but they're changing that tone. It used to be
They got rid of Zack
real
Snyder.
dark, real they thought everything was going to be the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
And you can still be
You
dark.
used to have to take a Xanax after
Yeah.
watching any of the Nolans.
And
It's
think
like
it was
you
sad, like-
you would see the movie and come out sadder than you came in. Like I cried during Superman. I hate to admit on another episode that I have cried somewhere for a super movie.
Man,
but
you
these
cry
is-
more than Dennis Rodman.
It's it's sad, man.
Let me tell you,
Nigga,
Kim Jong-un, he's a great man. They don't understand. They don't understand.
No, he was so ugly crying. There's some people who just can't cry pretty.
It's no.
I'm not an ugly crier. I'm very subtle and soft with it.
How can you know that?
Guys are weird.
It's super weird.
Okay.
So where are we at? Crying, slippery slopes, and
Why do you
Captain Marvel's cheeks.
Why do you recap the horrible things we
20
said?
minutes
Not on
in.
the outline, I promise.
We're 20
Why do we
minutes in.
always recap the horrible things we said?
You have to.
Because we have
Make
to
a record
atone
of
for
it.
our sins at the end of
Big
the
time.
show.
My
But go
God.
ahead.
Did anybody see Godzilla King of the Monsters?
Oh, what?
Yes.
Dog!
What? Yes.
Dog!
Godzilla.
That trailer gave me everything I wanted. Like, did anybody like the first Godzilla movie? The
Yes.
Gareth Edwards?
You mean the one where they had
Godzilla wasn't in it?
they had the little baby Godzillas?
No, not that one. Not from the 90s.
Not the one with Jimmy Page and they
No,
had Come
no.
With Me. The best thing out of that movie was that sound.
No, the one from a couple years ago.
I did. I thought the one where he was like, "Let them fight."
Was that the one? Yeah.
The one from a couple years ago.
The one recently with that had Heisenberg.
Yeah, when it was like, nature will set itself straight.
See, I hated that movie.
You hated it?
I hated it. It was
You hated that movie?
It was 2.5 hours long, and it had 4 minutes of Godzilla. If you have a movie that's called Godzilla, I want Godzilla
That's
in
like
it.
my love life. I get a big build up, not much payoff. I mean, what? There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't want my movie to be like your love life. Where I just go to a movie, it's an empty theater, and nothing plays on the screen.
Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute, I don't know how I feel about that. Let me tell you something. That curtain call. Moving on.
But no, Godzilla was like, hey, I know the last time we kind of hornswoggled you, and there was no actual Godzilla.
Who said it was hornswoggled?
and
Tom is stuck in the 1800s. I swear.
And Bryan Cranston is amazing in it, and he dies 45 minutes in.
He definitely died early.
I'm stuck with the other guy that I don't care about, like the young guy. It's like, Dad, oh, he's gone.
No,
oh.
But you gotta understand, when they say King of Monsters, it's truly gonna be a movie of King of Monsters. Here's a couple of the titans that are gonna be in this movie. We got Mothra.
Yes.
We have Rodan. We have, I can never say his name correctly. King Ghidorah?
Ghidorah.
Is that?
I don't know.
That's about as good
He's
as
got
it's
3
gonna
heads.
get. Yeah, it's a 3-headed dragon. 3-headed dragon. Game of
Yes.
Thrones people. You're gonna love it.
Long live the king.
You know, the last time they beat Mothra, they built a giant cedar closet. Just took him straight out. Yeah.
That was horrible.
I know.
As far as jokes go.
I know.
That was... Well, you know what?
That's all right.
We've been hornswoggled. Look, Godzilla King of Monsters.
Love it.
As long as they keep true to... there was a couple scenes in it, I was like, But if it's anything like King Kong was, remember, this is all supposed to be a big payoff because it's all in the same universe.
Right.
They wanted to come out with Godzilla King of Monsters, and then supposedly we get a recap, another reboot of Godzilla versus King Kong.
No, that's coming. I forget who's directing that, but Michael Dougherty is directing King of Monsters. I've been a fan of his for years, so it was very exciting to see him. He was a guy that worked with Bryan Singer for years, and you would look at this movie and you'd be like, "Why is this terrible?" And you're like, it wasn't Mike. When Mike finally got to be able to do his own movies like Superman Returns, he co-wrote that. He co-wrote X2. He worked on a few projects, and you're like, this guy's really good. It's been great to see him finally get something of his own.
What do you think about the cast?
I don't know much about the cast.
Haven't seen a ton of them, but Godzilla franchise does a great job of hiring actors, not stars, actors. So I saw that.
Well, listen.
The young star is the star of Stranger Things.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
Which one? The one with the lisp?
Little Millie Bobby Brown.
No. She's from Hereditary.
Oh, the little black dude?
She's in Stranger Things. She plays 11.
It's Millie
No.
Bobby Brown.
Wait.
Yeah.
I have them backwards. Yeah, you're right.
All right. Well, honestly, I just want to see the monsters. I
Okay.
could care less about any
They're
human
all
being.
in it.
They're all in it. I'm all in. But I tell you what cast I am interested in seeing.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you something. Me and A-Dot, we go so far back with M. Night Shyamalan. We're literal fanboys. Go ahead, Dot.
Sixth Sense came out.
Okay.
And I saw it, and I loved it. And
Okay.
the twist was amazing. I was
What's
like,
the twist?
whatever this guy makes,
We're
I'm
on
going
it.
to see it. And his second movie, well, first of all, Sixth Sense was nominated for Oscars, all kinds of stuff.
Right.
The second movie had Bruce Willis and Sam Jackson together again, like Pulp Fiction style, right?
And that's where I got on the train. Addison came to me and he was like, hey, this dude, M. Night Shyamalan, M. Night, shot caller.
Right.
This dude is from Philly. He's a director. Kurt, you need to be up on all his movies. So we went to go see Unbreakable.
Yeah.
Man, what a movie.
Did you cry?
I hate you.
I know you did.
I was hornswoggled.
You were like, they called me Mr. Glass. Kurt was like, you did that cartoon cry when you have like the 8 tears and they go in multiple directions.
Yo, the boy, like all his life, he sneezed. He would break a bone. He would, if he had bad gas, here goes his coccyx.
That sounds like me. So yeah.
You ever fart so hard you broke a rib?
I've never farted that hard. Wow.
That's a big man problem.
That is definitely a fact.
When you're in the doctor doctor, what happened? One of the short ribs went. Oh, had beans again.
I was at Tex-Mex the other night. but Unbreakable was phenomenal.
It was amazing.
Then he had this moment where
5 bad movies in a row.
Oh, why'd you gotta say it like that? I didn't mind Lady in the Water. I didn't mind The Village.
I minded both of those.
And then The Happening happened.
That was
and if ever you want to commit suicide, watch The Happening, and it will provoke you into doing such.
So here's what happened. I think
The Happening. The only thing I'll give it is that Zooey Deschanel was so charming in it, and it was just like she's disarmingly charming, like it's a weapon. You know what I mean? She's weaponized charm.
I don't think any amount of charm could make up for the fact that there was no plot.
No, it was not a good movie.
Structure.
But I was just, you ever just watch somebody like a Superman Returns and I'm watching Parker Posey and I'm like, she's amazing in this. This movie is trash. But why is she so good?
No, as far as movies goes, I would rather get to the deep bottom barrel of a Netflix original series.
We're in the Indian films.
Yeah,
we're in the Indian films.
Like, I would watch a Bollywood movie. I would go to Walmart and stick my hand at the bottom of the $5 bin and pull up whatever comes up.
Something with Steven Seagal in it.
Always. And it always got break, point break, Negro break, Jamaican break,
Black Point break.
Listen,
break.
Put down the jerk chicken.
You took my family. I know Jeet Kune Do. That's not a real martial art. Shut up.
Sorry, I was out of breath.
Now
from reading my lines.
Oh
God.
I'm going to Russia. Putin, here I come. But no, now M. Night Shyamalan is back though.
He's back.
What happened was M. Night Shyamalan, he got sick after he made Signs, and like a lookalike stepped in for him for like 5 movies straight. He just did the best they could.
He got body snatched.
I'll tell you what I think happened to him.
No, I'll accept that.
Back.
I don't think he can handle a budget. I think what happens is the larger the project is, the bigger the budget, the more things fall apart for him.
He's like every other Philly nigga.
Exactly.
When you excel.
Exactly. When we're broke, I'm Rocky.
We're tired of struggling.
Gotta have your back against the wall, baby. Like
we're tired of struggling. We're tired of being the underdog. He's the Rocky of directing.
Exactly. If I get 2 cents, that fist is gonna be made out of solid gold. And you're like, did you pay your mortgage? I'll be like,
Tom, what are you saying? He had Mickey in the back. M. Night, you're a bum. You're a bum, Rock. You can't win, M. Night. You can't direct. You got $100 million. You're gonna lose.
Do you want to run a 7-Eleven? No. Make a good movie.
Oh, not a 7-Eleven.
Oh, man.
I did.
Did you go Apu?
Man.
I did.
Oh, I did. To all our Indian viewers, all 4
we
of them.
apologize once again. the views of Tom do not reflect the views of the
Not at all.
Chart.
But did you see Split?
Yes.
Yeah. Great
And
film.
Split redeemed him.
Really awesome.
We back in the game.
He's on his way back
Split
up.
and
I mean,
but the visit was good.
The Visit.
The Visit was good.
The Visit was good.
I thought The Visit was really good, but
Yeah.
Split sold it for me.
Right.
So now they said, guess what? We're going to make an end to the trilogy. Unbreakable is tied into Split. You find out in the last little Easter egg at the end that it's all a shared universe.
First, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
Then it starts playing Guess Who's Bizak.
But did you see the trailer for Mr.
Right.
Glass? That's what we
that's
just
what we
took
were all
15
building up
minutes
to.
to basically lead up to. Did you see the trailer for Mr. Glass?
Yes, and it was great.
I thought it was phenomenal. And I'm sold on it. I can't wait to see it. And it's got three of what I think is the top actors.
You know what? I got impressed with McAvoy in a film called Filth, a Scottish film.
Surprise,
So I'm like, yeah.
surprise.
Well,
Still with you. I'm rolling with you.
right. No, he went to levels that I was like, oh, I didn't know you could do that. Wow. Okay. So yeah, I would support that. McAvoy is one of the top actors, I would think.
Very good actor.
So we're going to have to make it a group trip to go check out Glass. I think it's going to be a great twist ending, as that's his signature, and hopefully it'll redeem him so he can do some more movies.
I think he's on the hot streak.
He did want to bring back Last Airbender too.
Oh no!
I pray to God that never happens.
You can't give him a budget. He needs a dude to tell him, no, man, you're doing good.
No.
We're capping you at $30 million.
Here's $20. Go do something great.
That's
All
gonna be
his
brilliant.
movies, even the crappy ones, have made money. All he does is make money.
That's
Because
like,
even his
I think he failed.
making
some-
money. No.
even-
Thoughts make money. That don't mean you want to marry one.
Yeah,
I mean, look,
I agree. I agree. I was like, wow.
just keeping it a beat.
Aren't you just condemning me? Now you up here slut shaming.
No, I'm not. You set me up for failure.
I did.
Smart.
That's right.
Game, set, match. I am not shaming any sluts.
Oh dear. Oh my.
If you're a slut, you have all.
Oh my.
You have every right to do whatever you see fit.
This is for you, not
when
supporting me.
when are either one of you going to bail me out of this conversation?
I was like, this is for you not
So
supporting me
we
earlier.
can round up this whole segment with this next trailer. It's a really long trailer, but for Young Justice, what do y'all think about it?
Yo, we back. We back. Young Justice. We've been begging for season 3. Season 3 came out, and now we get Outsiders. What do you think?
Popping. And that trailer was like 6 minutes long.
Yeah, it was almost like a little mini episode. It has Tom's still laughing at the thighs.
I'm not. We're not gonna talk about thoughts. We're gonna talk about the Young Justice trailer.
I did. I got tickled too because my mind just kept running with it, and I was like,
I can hold on. I can work my magic. I'll incorporate thoughts into Young Justice.
"Don't do it."
So Wally West gave up his life for his young thotty.
All right.
And in season 3,
it's happening.
It's over on episode 3. They're like, "Yeah, you're canceled."
And apparently Love might bring him back because I saw in the trailer that he was back. Or I mean, it might not be Wally West, but I guess we got to see exactly how this thing going to play out.
I don't know, man. It was 5 minutes long.
Vandal Savage shook the hand of Darkseid.
Yes.
That's huge.
Yeah, it is.
Big things are coming. Check out Young Justice. It's going to be phenomenal. And it's coming on this DC Online thing that Tom was hipping me to, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. Next up.
I heard that you guys were tired of Superman and Batman, so let's talk about World's Finest.
I heard you like Superman and Batman.
Yeah,
So
they're doing a Superman Batman.
Right, with Affleck and Henry Cavill. Here's the thing: these guys are good actors, and we've seen them be good. I just want to know who's writing and directing. Hateful we are.
I mean, genuinely, we had a few good callers the first day, and then our DMs went dry.
Well, see, everybody likes to text us, you know.
Yeah. Now everybody chat. My chat's popping.
Yeah.
Everything's popping on the chat, but I'm just saying, call me, baby.
They just released Mega Man Legacy.
What do you think?
Yeah, hit me to that because I wasn't familiar with that.
What it basically was is a bundle of all the Mega Man games that already came out, and they just kind of repackaged it and put it into one thing. Now, if you've already played Mega Man, then you're like, okay. For me, it's a nostalgia thing because I could never beat Mega Man because I never got enough reps on it.
Fact.
So I could beat the guys, but then it would be time for the jumps. And you know how jumps were bad in the old video game systems because you didn't have like the fine control. So it would be like that little sliver, and that would be the thing you jump on.
Yep.
And then if you just miss, it's just woo!
Yeah.
And the controls weren't that good. So it would be like, all right, I just beat up this dude. Now I got to jump up some stairs. Well, that's the end of my night.
Well, see, Mega Man was rough for me, especially when it was on Nintendo, because even as a child, I had large hands, dispelling the rumors Tom tried to say earlier. But I can never get the square controller pad completely in the palms of my hand, so it made button mashing really, really difficult. So games like that, I usually ended up throwing my Nintendo at people.
Wow.
So I played a lot of Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt.
It was a gun.
No way my pops was letting a gun in the house.
Listen, my mom, she legit was like, "Is that a gun?" And I was like, "No."
Sleep. You did the 10 train like sleep.
I was
You
like,
did not see a gun.
You did not see a firearm. Yo, and then the bad part was, see, she let it ride because I had the orange light gun. But my cousin had the gray one. And you remember the gray one looked a little bit more like the gun than the orange one?
It was the gray and white, right?
Like a Desert
she
Eagle.
beat the dog mess out of my cousin for bringing that gray gun up in that house. Listen, I come from a very, very staunch and disciplined household where firearms was not allowed, and I don't know how I got away with that light gun.
Should have got the power glove.
Yo, but who had that kind of money? I'm sorry, Richie Rich. Power glove wasn't in the budget. I only got the gun because it came with the system. That's the only way it got it. It's not like We didn't buy that and brought it in the house. That was a part of the system. That we were just fortunate that she didn't see the box.
So
what's that curtain? Nothing, Mom.
What's Ghost of Tsushima? What is that?
What is what?
That, I don't know about that. I think he knows. I'm glad he don't play poker.
Listen, I got no poker face.
No.
Ghost of Tsushima is this game that's open world. Consider it like Grand Theft Auto.
Sounds good already.
Oblivion, Fallout, but it's set when the Mongolians were taking over Japan.
Okay.
And it's a part of that entire invasion, and it's. You remember Bushido Blade?
Yeah.
You remember Samurai Showdown and games that were weapon centric, kind of like Soul Calibur and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, basically, it's Red Dead Redemption with Japan samurais and
the largest empire in the history of the world. Yes.
Yeah, so it's going to teach you something which I could care less about. It's going to give you an insight on a rich culture which I could care less about. But there's going to be awesome combos with a sword that I care about.
Some people. That's going to be awesome.
That I care a lot.
There you go.
And we're going to post the trailer. If you got to see it on E3 Live, it is one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen.
Definitely want to take a look at that. You know.
Yeah, definitely check out the E3 footage of it, and it's next level. The detail. I mean, you know, how many times have we had that discussion when they drop something new or they do the screen captures? We're like, oh my god.
But that's games, period. I mean, to be honest, you know, growing up as we have, I had the last 20, 25 years to look at the evolution of video games, and I'm like, what do people complain about? Like, these games and movies look incredible. Why are you complaining?
Yeah,
our games suck.
It's so amazing now that there's a new standard.
Right. Listen, our first video games, you were a little yellow dot eating a white pill.
Right.
Wow. You go back as far
Tetris.
as Pong?
Hey, I had old systems
Bro,
too.
the first time I played a video game was over my boy's house, James Murphy. Boy, if you listening, James had the Atari system with the control. Remember the controller with the one red button?
Yeah.
And he only had Pac-Man.
Wow.
Pac-Man and E.T. And
the
worst game in the history.
So you only played Pac-Man.
That was trash.
Oh my god!
But that was my first introduction to video games, and it was amazing. And we've been video game heads since then. But I'm looking forward to Ghost of Tsushima. That is going to be next level gaming. There's a few other games that are coming out, but this is the one. I think we highlighted Spider-Man last week.
Yeah.
Spider-Man was at E3 too, but this one is, this is the one that you pick up where it's like that dark horse. You heard it was good, and you finally get it into the system, and I think it's going to be right up there with God of War. It's going to be like one of those kind of
strong.
Yeah. No, hold on. Hey, hear me out. You got to see the gameplay footage, man. There's this one scene where. And I don't want to get long-winded with this, but he's he's trying to save this ambassador, and another samurai comes in to try to kill him, and now they're having this showdown while the Mongols are approaching and firing flaming arrows at him, and they're having this showdown, right? It's the best of Chinese action flicks in a video game.
There you go.
Wow.
And speaking of games, we have apparently pro gamer Phase Sensor.
The most dedicated gamer ever.
The biggest idiot just gave up the best thotty.
You know how you focus, your craft means
I love video games.
No, have you sacrifice whatever?
She was Miss Mexico.
No, here's the problem. Nobody read past the headline. She moved to Mexico City. If you have a girl in your place and you're dating and she's like, I need to pursue my career, I'm leaving you and moving to another country, it's already over.
So what you're saying is he didn't leave her for video games.
She moved to Mexico City, and he was like, look.
Did you see how she looked? We would have moved to Mexico City.
Yeah, so he was just like, look, you live in one city, I live in another city. I can't pay all this attention to you because apparently the last tournament, he didn't perform as well as he can, and that's his day job.
Oh, so that's just like a man. When he doesn't perform well, he blames the woman?
That's true. That's the rule,
right?
No. Remember in Creed, he was saying, look, no hanky-panky.
Right, so this guy's like, look,
wait. Hornswoggle and Hanky Panky. This is such a G-rated show. Yes, we are. Listen, Disney, if ever you want to syndicate us, we're available. We got Hanky Panky and Hornswoggle.
If you listen to the first 45 minutes, we'll never be employed again. We're done. We're done.
Listen, this flute flapping show.
You know what? Matter of fact,
hit one way or another.
I'm leaving here and visiting Harvey Weinstein because we both in trouble.
Yo, listening to us is like trying to listen to Samuel L. Jackson on daytime TV.
Oh.
Get these Mickey Ficky snakes off the mother plucking plane.
The TV
But
edit version.
So he got pitched like he dumped his girl to play video games. That's not accurate. She moved to Mexico City. He said, look, we can't keep up the long distance thing.
They don't have the internet?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. In a day and age of Facebook.
Man, I ain't internet. Listen, let's be honest. If you have a young lady and she moves to one of the world's major cities, she's not going to be faithful to you. I don't know what to tell you. We are past the day where it was 1920 and you could write a chick and not see her for 3 months and everybody would be faithful. It don't work that way.
I remember what happened in 1920. Hold on. Hear me out. Just hear me out with this.
Right.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what is the likelihood that any nerd, geek, blurred, or gamer is going to have the opportunity to say, I dated a Miss insert city, nationality, state here?
He did it for 3 years.
Well, bro, hold on.
Surprisingly high probability.
Wait a minute. We out here winning like that?
Yes.
We getting model chicks?
Yes.
I don't know, man. It's possible.
Addison, you're getting model chicks?
I didn't say I was getting a chick.
Come on, man. Don't dox
I'm
it.
just saying it's possible.
I want to quantify.
It can happen.
There is high hopes in the geek world. Listen, Blurds is winning out here. We are coming, making a come up.
Don't doubt yourself. Just walk with your chest out, your head held high.
Y'all thought we started doing this radio show because of our passion? No, man. Trying to up our status in this world.
I'm trying to upgrade you.
Listen, I'm just saying, I don't know if we're winning to the level where we could just start throwing away model chicks.
She left.
If we get them.
All he did was put the name on it. Look, I can't pursue you. You living in Mexico. I have to focus on my video
Call of Duty's
career.
not that deep. I don't care.
I agree. Thomas
I can play
Hamilton
video
on the
games
chat.
in Mexico City.
Tom Hamilton on the chat is with me. He said these dudes can get some pretty fine women.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, but are they making bank like that? I mean, money.
No, my God. I have a dude that
my goodness.
he bought his first house at 20 off of video games.
And I obviously have wasted my life.
Yes, yeah, that's the American dream.
I've been playing video games for free for almost 15 years, haven't made 1 red cent off of it, and apparently I'm not winning. So we got to get on Twitch. We got to do something.
A friend of ours insists that this man put his career ahead of his relationship with his girlfriend. Check out the chat, Mr. Mark Knuckles Carter.
Oh, is that
Marky Mark? We're gonna see him.
Mark,
soon.
you need no. Mark, you don't get off that easy. You need somebody give him the call-in number. Somebody post a call-in number.
It's on the chat.
You need
877-226-0998.
While we're doing that,
to speak with us.
Anna Diop is playing Starfire in the Teen Titans show. She's been getting bullied online something fierce to the point to right now she hasn't left social media, but she has locked the ability to even comment on her.
You know what? I actually want to dig into that. So how about we do this?
Okay.
Listen, everybody on the chat, listen up. Everybody who's listening right now, we're gonna spin a few records.
Okay.
Because we're at the 45-minute mark.
Yep.
Let it
breathe.
Let it breathe a little bit. We're gonna come back and talk about that Starfire situation. Mark Knuckles Carter, this is me speaking directly to you. I need you to call on the phone lines and weigh in on this and the Starfire topic real quick. I'm not playing with you, boy. Listen, we're gonna let the warden do what he do best. He's gonna spin the best hip hop in the city of Philadelphia. Matter of fact, in the entire world. And you're with us at Head Nerds in Charge. We'll be right back.